chapter English grammar, and your PSC clerkship main examination is knocking at your door, and those who are preparing themselves for WBCS prelim also expect that they are going to sit for WBCS main. And to crack these two examinations, translating from Bengali to English is a must. It is the essential part of your examination. Today, I posted a very easy Bengali passage so that, hi, yes, I am very much pleased to have you as a participant. Thanking you. And I have gone through the English translations done by some of the candidates who are going to sit for the examinations. But I am very shocked to see that in most of the cases, the candidates are doing tremendous grammatical mistakes, construction mistakes, and also the mistakes in using tidbits of grammar. Whatever may be the case, it is a matter of constant practice, I have already told you. But tonight, I am going to show you again how to translate from mother tongue into English in the easiest way. But again, or every night, I remind you of the fact that there should be three things in your pocket. One is vocabulary, that is the stock of words. The other is clear conception of the tense. And the third one is construction. Subject plus verb plus object or adverbial. Okay? Whatever or however, I am translating this passage into English with my own vocabulary, own construction, own conception. And just follow me. And after having followed me, many questions may arise in your minds. And yes, good night, Grandpa. And I am very pleased to have you in my group. So let us start. I should not make my introduction too much lengthy. And I am telling the sentences. I will translate into English two passages tonight because your examination is on your threshold. Okay. The first line was দারিদ্র বলে একটা শব্দ আছে সারা বিশ্ব জুড়ে. I have already posted it so that you may do yourself. And with this good intention, I posted you. But after having gone through your translation, I am very frustrated. But it is not the solution. It is a matter of constant practice. Okay? Now, let us start. দারিদ্র বলে একটা শব্দ আছে সমগ্র বিশ্ব জুড়ে. So, adverbial can be used Adverbial can be used. Hello. Hello, my dear. I am for you and you are present as usual. No, where are you from? I can't tell you, my dear viewer, because it is against the intention of YouTube. They have already, there is a word in all over the world, that is poverty. You see, my dear friend, in all over, no, all over the world is a phrase. All over the world is a phrase, and you can't use in all over the world. In all over the world is a wrong conception. You will have to write there is a word all over the world. Please omit in. In should not precede the adverbial. All over the world is actually an adverbial. So you should say all over the world. Okay? That was it, topics. Sir, if I add direct speech like eyewitnesses statement in newspaper report for events, will it become attractive report? Yes. Why not? If you say, according to some eyewitnesses, the cause of the accident was reckless driving or the competitive attitude of the two buses that collided. Okay. According to some eyewitnesses, the causes or the main cause of accident within inverted commas is the reckless driving and the competitive attitude of the two buses. You may write like this. Okay, I am also very glad to have you in my group. দারিদ্র বলে একটি শব্দ আছে সমগ্র বিশ্ব জুড়ে. This is the first line. But I like to translate it in this way. Throughout the world, সমগ্র বিশ্ব জুড়ে, I have taken the adverbial at the beginning of the sentence. I like it. Throughout the world, the term, sir, bhalo achen, yes. Yes, I am always bhalo, and that is why I am able to appear before you. Throughout the world, a term, poverty, prevails. Is it not the good construction? If you go through King's English by Fowler and Fowler, you will find good English and bad English. Good English and bad English. You see that I have used the sentence in such a manner that you can't even bring into you are a prolific writer. Okay. I am very glad to have a prolific writer in my group. Throughout the world, a term poverty prevails. That means the term poverty exists throughout the world. You may write like this. The term poverty exists throughout the world, but I have translated throughout the world the term poverty prevails. Okay? If you do not like my sentences, you may object. I have no objection. Here, I am very much liberal, and to have your ideas as my ideas. I have no objection. Second sentence is, দারিদ্র্যের চেয়ে ভয়ঙ্কর বস্তু আর কিছুই নাই। দারিদ্র্যের চেয়ে ভয়ঙ্কর বস্তু আর কিছুই নাই। And I have translated prevails means in this context, it continues. It is unending. The term poverty is unending from generation to generation, from epoch to epoch, from age to age, prevails. Next sentence, there is nothing to be more terrible than poverty. In this context, I have already told you that translation doesn't mean word-to-word translation. It actually means transliteration. You must keep the context and then translate. Okay? For example, when Rabindranath is translating from John Donne's great poem, Good Morrow, he is translating, for God's sake, hold your tongue, let me love. It is the actual line, these are the actual lines in John Donne's poem, Good Morrow. Good Morrow. But when Rabindranath is translating in his Shesher Kobita, he is translating দোহাই তোদের আমারে ভালোবাসিবারে দে অবসর. So the translation has lost its glamour because John Donne is emphasizing on love. For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love. While Rabindranath is making it very polite to enjoy love, দোহাই তোদের আমারে ভালোবাসিবারে দে অবসর. So translation is not a matter of joke. When Rabindranath's Gitanjali was translated by W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats, he took the context only and used his own vocabulary. Even he read in the Nobel lecture, Nobel platform. Okay. Whatever may be the case, you see, দারিদ্র্যের চেয়ে ভয়ঙ্কর বস্তু আর কিছুই নেই. I have translated like this, there is nothing to be more terrible than poverty. There is nothing to be more terrible than poverty. I have translated like this. I have made it a comparative degree. Now the third sentence is, দরিদ্র দুভাবে হতে পারে মানুষ. মানুষ দুভাবে দরিদ্র হতে পারে. Okay? A man is impoverished. impoverished. Don't worry. I will type this in your description box. And you will face no problem when you will go through the English passage. Clear? What is the difference between poor and impoverished? Both are poor. Doridro. Poor means poor. But impoverished means made poor. Made poor. When a person is made poor by society, it is called impoverished. Clear? There is nothing more fearful than poverty. It is a good sentence. I obviously admit, thanking you, it is a very good poverty, good sentence, I admit, my dear friend. But I have translated like this. You see, if you like it. A man is impoverished, impoverished, in two different ways. A man, YouTube has flung your live sessions to my feed. Okay, I am very much happy to hear this. And you are my asset. Those who are young bloods, those who are struggling hard to grab a job, at least to learn, are really very source of inspiration to me. Okay? I have translated like this: a man is impoverished in two different ways. Full stop. প্রথমত সে দরিদ্র পরিবারে জন্মগ্রহণ করতে পারে ফার্স্ট অফ অল করতে পারে he may be born, or you may use the proper tense, that is present indefinite tense, but in passive form. Because nobody is capable of taking birth himself or herself. Actually, he is born because of his or her mother. Mother is the source of your life. Mother carries you for 10 months, and after having stayed in her womb, you come out. So it is in passive form. By mother is omitted. Remember, by mother can be omitted. So how can you translate? You may use present indefinite tense. Obviously, certainly. For example, a man, first of all, he is born in a poor family. Or he may be born in poor family. There must be behavior. Behavior has three forms: am, is, are, was, or were. Clear? There may be, first of all, he is born in a poor family, or he may be born in a poor family. Whatever you like. Next, দ্বিতীয়ত সে বা তার পরিবার শোষণের শিকার হতে পারে। Secondly, he or his family may be the victim of exploitation. He or his family may be the victim of exploitation. 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 শোষণ। Clear? একজন কৃষক, now it is a troublesome sentence. একজন কৃষক 1 বিঘা জমিতে ধান করতে গিয়ে চড়া দামে রাসায়নিক সার, বীজ, শ্রম সবই কেনে। Very realistic passage, very real passage. You see, it may be this type of passage may be set in your PSC main or WBCS main. A farmer, again I am repeating, yes. একজন কৃষক 1 বিঘা জমিতে ধান করতে গিয়ে মানে ধান চাষ করতে গিয়ে চড়া দামে রাসায়নিক সার, বীজ, শ্রম সবই কেনে। Clear? Now it can be translated in this way. A farmer is to মানে বাধ্য হয়, is compelled to. When you use is to, are to, that means in the present form, অর্থাৎ বর্তমান কালে সে বাধ্য হয়। This is the formula. A farmer is to buy, B-U-Y, a farmer is to buy fertilizer, poison, seed and labor power, not labor but labor power, shromo shakti. Labor kena jay na, you cannot purchase a labor, you will purchase his labor power, shromo shakti, according to Karl Marx. Clear? Or Lenin. Shromo shakti, according to the language of economics. In high prices to grow paddy in 1 bigha of land, that is 20 kathas. That is 20 kathas. A farmer buys chemical fertilizer. Only fertilizer is enough. Fertilizer means rasayanik sar. A farmer buys fertilizer, pesticide, and if you say pesticide, you will have to write insecticide too. Yes, I am giving you time to translate. No problem. A farmer buys chemical fertilizer, pesticide and insecticide. Then you will have to write pesticide and insecticide, and that is why I have used a single word, poison. Pesticide and insecticide and seed with higher price in order to cultivate a small piece of farmland. Okay, you are right, and you have grabbed the translation method, I admit. But my dear friend, it can be written in different way. Like, you see, a farmer is to buy fertilizer, in your word, insecticide and pesticide, comma, seed and labor power in high prices or with high prices, whatever you like, to grow paddy in 1 bigha of land, that is 20 kathas. Okay, and those who have participated in my class for translating a Bengali passage into English are being requested to like, comment, share and subscribe to, if possible, if this video comes to your benefit, because I shall be encouraged and enthused to appear before you with more items later. Next, you see, কিন্তু ফসল বিক্রি করে যে টাকা পায়, কিন্তু ফসল বিক্রি করে যে টাকা পায়, just follow the Bengali sentence, কিন্তু ফসল বিক্রি করে যে টাকা পায় তা দিয়ে সংসার তো চলেই না, উপরন্তু জামা কাপড়ের দোকানে, মুদিখানাতে ধারের পর ধার জমতে জমতে এক সময়ে তার ভিটে মাটি সবই চলে যায়। What a sentence! What a lovely sentence! You see, again I am repeating, কিন্তু ফসল বিক্রি করে যে টাকা পায় তা দিয়ে সংসার তো চলেই না, উপরন্তু জামা কাপড়ের দোকানে, মুদিখানাতে ধারের পর ধার জমতে জমতে এক সময়ে তার ভিটে মাটি সবই চলে যায়। Okay? Now, what should be the translation? The translation should be like this, but the income he receives, by selling his produce কথাটার অর্থই হলো তার উৎপাদিত পণ্য, but the income he receives by selling his produce is too meager, T-2, 2 and 2. He is too weak to work. He is so weak that he cannot work. So here is too meager, M-E-A-G-R-E. M-E-A-G-R-E, meager, very, very, yes. Tomorrow, Ranjit Babu, I shall go through your writing and rectify it, no problem. Okay. Actually, today it's very cold here and I was not in a position to do any work. I have already posted this passage only for you, nothing else. You see that I know that your examinations are on your threshold, and that is why I am practicing with you, nothing else. You see, but the income he receives by selling his produce is too meager, M-E-A-G-R-E, to maintain his family, comma, and moreover his burden of loan accumulates step by step in the shops of dress or clothing, grocer shop, etc., to such an extent, এতটাই বেশি. Yes, hi, you have appeared or you have participated and I am very glad. Okay, let us proceed. To such an extent that he is to dispose, that means he is compelled or he is bound to dispose of. To dispose of means to sell, to dispose of his house and land ultimately. Again I am repeating the English sentence. You see, but the income he receives or the income he generates, whatever you like, the income he receives or the income he generates by selling his produce is too meager to maintain his family, and moreover his burden of loan accumulates step by step in the shops of dress or garment or clothing, grocer shop, to such an extent that he is to dispose of his house and land ultimately. This should be the translation. Now, come to the last phase. কৃষকের সন্তান কৃষক থেকে যায়, সরি, ইয়েস, কৃষকের সন্তান কৃষক থেকে যায়, শ্রমিকের সন্তান শ্রমিক. In this way, the son of a farmer remains a farmer, that is, he remains unchanged, and the son of a laborer remains a laborer. Very easy translation. The son of a farmer remains a farmer, and the son of a laborer remains a laborer. Okay? পক্ষান্তরে ওর মাঝখান থেকে যারা ব্যবসায়ী তারা একটা দোকান থেকে আর একটা দোকান ও একটা কারখানা থেকে আর একটা কারখানার মালিক হয়. On the contrary, or in the opposite side, whatever you like, on the contrary or on the opposite side, the owner of a shop becomes the owner of another shop, and the owner of a factory becomes the owner of another factory. This is the content of the translation. So I think that all of you have very meticulously and attentively followed the translation, and I hope that all of you will be benefited with the vocabulary, with the construction, and with the tense system. However, let me take farewell from you for the night, and tomorrow again I come with another passages of translation, and if you like, you may advise me to do whatever you like, and I will try my level best to do for you or to give you my service. Thanking all of you. Good night, stay safe, stay mellow, and may God bless all of you. And like, comment, share, and if possible subscribe if you think that this video will, this passage is আগে থেকে পোস্ট করা হয়েছিল, স্যার টাইমটা বলবেন? Yes, generally I am sitting from 10:40 p.m. 10:40 p.m. After my dinner, I take some rest, and again I come before you just to discuss what the Bengali passage I have posted. Okay, good night, and all of you take preparation very well so that you may crack your examinations. Thank you, all of you.